Robert Osborne. Our next film tonight with Gene Kelly is one he made 3 years after For Me and My Gal. 3 very important years, too, because in between our last movie, For Me and My Gal, and our next movie, which is Anchors Aweigh, Kelly made a movie called Cover Girl, and that really did it for him. It made him a genuine movie star. But Anchors Aweigh did something even more. It made MGM realize it not only had a new star in its hands, but also an innovator, somebody with great new ideas on how to incorporate dance into film. Now, in Cover Girl, Kelly had created a very exciting sequence in which he'd done a challenge dance with himself. 2 images of Kelly dancing on screen together. Well, for Anchors Aweigh, he got even more ambitious, creating a very complicated sequence in which he dances with an animated mouse. Good old Jerry Mouse of Tom and Jerry fame. But that is but one highlight of this particular film. And Kelly is not officially the star of Anchors Aweigh either. The fellow who actually gets top billing in this movie is Frank Sinatra. And at the time, there was no one hotter than Frank Sinatra. He was the guy that all the girls were swooning over. I mean, girls literally fainted, passed out when Frank Sinatra would sing. This was a very important film for Sinatra, too, because it was his first for the mighty MGM, after making a couple of rather bland movies over at RKO Radio Pictures. And if he hadn't made a good showing this time, chances are he'd never have had any sort of lasting screen career. He probably wouldn't have been given a second chance. It was also in this movie that MGM invented the early Sinatra image as the shy guy, the sweet little schmo who doesn't know how to talk to a girl, who stutters and stammers and can only communicate when he sings a love song, which, of course, was about as far as you could get from the real Frank Sinatra. But here he is as Clarence, going on the town in Hollywood with his pal Joe. That's Gene Kelly, soon to meet a girl named Susan, Katherine Grayson. From 1945, Anchors Aweigh. Gene Kelly made this movie just before he enlisted in the Naval Air Corps in World War II, and it was released while Kelly was off in the service, which actually kept his name before the public while he was away from the Hollywood scene. In fact, since the film was such a big hit, it actually made Kelly a bigger star than he'd been before he'd gone off to war. So when he got out of the service, bingo, it was like he'd never been away. By the way, that dance sequence with Kelly and Jerry the Mouse was not the first time a live actor had been teamed with an animated actor in a musical number in a movie. The year before, in 1944, it had also been done, but in a Disney film, one called The Three Caballeros. But of course, nobody did it better than Mr. Kelly and the Mouse Who Wanted to Be King. Up next, Gene Kelly dances not with the mouse, but with the dish. And her name is Sid Charisse, and the place where they dance is called Brigadoon.